Hey guys, this is Ash at Audio 46. Okay, so today I'm here with the latest release from Technica ATH IEX1. So this competes with other big personalities like Campfire and Grado, and it retails for over $1,000. So let's find out if it's really worth the price. Alright, let's start. Okay guys, so honestly, I already love the design. I think the design really screams slick and durable, not only because of these thickish cables, but also because of these titanium shells. It's like Terminator strong to me. Also, I'm a sucker for black in anything, so I think these titanium shells really complement the black cables. It's right up my alley. Okay, so in terms of the fit, I do love the fact that these comes with so many different sizes of ear tips, not only just in foam, but also silicone. And for the most part, I use small for both types, and I had no complaints. It fit right into my ears, and it didn't hurt at all, and it was very comfortable. Okay, so another thing is some of you guys might be a little bit turned off initially by this clunky look, but once you wear it, it actually feels very light and secure in your ears. And also has great sound isolation, just enough so you can pause your music and eavesdrop on someone else's conversation. I mean, I can't be the only one who does that, right? Okay, so honestly, I didn't have anything to complain about the lows. The low end in general was very tasteful and generous, like a good all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place. Also, the bass response and bass in general was very fast, satisfying, and on top of that, had a great punch to it, so that especially sounded good on genres like pop. Okay, so another thing is that the low end also had a great warmth and grip, and this warmth especially worked well with hip hop, while this grip really worked well with genres like funk and rock. And I think my favorite genres were funk and rock, and that really topped all the other genres. The last thing is that, especially the acoustic strings and bass guitar, the low end really had a ample texture and great body, so it really aided the sound of those instruments. Okay guys, so for the mids, to be honest, what I noticed the most is that the upper mids had way more stage room than the low mids, which led the vocals to sit way up front in the mix and for the low mids to somehow get lost in the background. So if you guys like more of an expansive feel or a lot of body, this balance might not be particularly what you're looking for. Another thing is that even in the mids, I did feel like a lot of sibilance was happening, especially with the tracks with heavy or harsher instrumentation or vocals like certain pop, funk, or even rock. I felt that a lot. One last thing too is that the mids were in general a little bit too shouty for me, shouty. So for example, when I continuously listen to tracks with like high trumpets or certain instrumentation, I had to take a break. But on the flip side, the good part about the mids were the transparency, clarity, and separation. all those aspects were on point, and on top of that, the mids were in general very tight. So this aspect really worked well with classical strings, and it really made the sound of instruments very realistic and gave good substance to it. So I think here you guys probably need to pick and choose what you like and don't like. As expected, the highs were good. Both instruments and vocals sounded very airy and playful, and on top of that, the details on brass and strings was just outstanding. And strangely enough, compared to the upper mids, the highs were more forgiving and less sharp and less shouty, so I really enjoyed that aspect too. Also, the highs were never rolled up, so I think my favorite genre with these was classical music and opera. In general, overall, it was just the right amount of sparkle, crisp, and sharpness. So I was really satisfied with the SOUNDSTAGE because when using balance cable, the solid separation really completes this holographic feel. And although I did mention the mids were a little bit too much for me, even distant instruments in that range were full of color and definition. So it really helped the width of the SOUNDSTAGE. My final thoughts. Okay guys, so when using balance cables, I think IEX1 really does have great qualities. I did say the mids were a little bit too much for me, but other than that, I didn't really have anything to complain about. I think this really has the classic Audio-Technica sound signature and sound profile. If you guys are looking for somewhat of a more versatile and full-bodied feel, these may not be it, but if you guys do enjoy lively and transparent feel, then these may be it. Yeah, so overall, I think I really enjoyed it. Okay guys, that was it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.